On the news, Zamfara government suspends Emir for giving notorious bandit leader chieftaincy title. Troops neutralized 2 terrorists and 3 bandits in Katsina and Benue states. And Oyo Assembly impeaches deputy governor. Glad to have you join us on News Now. I am Simisola Adigun. The Zamfara state government has suspended the Emir of Berlin Yandoto of Safe local government area, Aliyu Marafa, after he conferred a traditional title on a wanted terrorist. Secretary to the state government, Kabiru Sardanua, announced the suspension in a statement on Sunday. The statement also dissociated the state government from Alero's appointment. During the ceremony, the emir said he was making Alero a chief to ensure a lasting peace in the area. He also said the conferment was done with the approval of the state and local governments. His gang has been blamed for several attacks on communities in Katsina and Zamfara states, where they are most active. To speak more on this, TV360 Specials correspondent Deji Bademosi joins us now on the news. Many thanks for joining us, JG. Now, what do you make of the conferment of a traditional title on a notorious kidnapper and cattle rustler on the grounds of bringing peace to the state?
Well, thank you very much, Simi, for having me. First of all, I think it was an embarrassment that the incident happened in the first place. I mean, that chieftaincy title was conferred on that notorious bandit. But it's a good thing that the state government quickly moved to correct the situation, if you like, by announcing the suspension of that emir. But you know, this is something that shouldn't have happened in the first place. And this is someone that the state governor, I mean the police actually declared wanted. A bounty was placed on his head for quite some time now. And this individual was bold enough to come out in the public and accepted this chieftaincy title. As a matter of fact, there were even policemen at that ceremony. We have seen pictures of where for instance, a policeman was standing behind this individual, that's the notorious bandit now, when he was being conferred with the chieftaincy title. And in any case, this announcement was made, I mean, it was public knowledge that this was going to happen. And so why the government did not even move in the first place to stop it it's another question altogether, because before the chieftaincy was conferred on this individual, the announcement was made that it was going to happen, and then the ceremony went on, it happened, and then the state government came afterward. Well, better late than never. Is a good thing that the state government has come forward, but it's also very important that the government does everything to bring these bandits now to justice, since a bounty has been placed on him and he had long been declared wanted. But then we can understand why this happened. We understand the reason why it happened is because the community was looking for peace, and this is one of those, one of the means by which the community intended to achieve peace. But then I don't think it would have been nice if the state government had allowed this, because it would essentially be like rewarding banditry, so to speak, and, spitting, if you like, on the grave of those who have died in the hands of these individuals.
The government has distanced itself from Alero's appointment. The emir says the coronation was done with the approval of the state government, with government officials in attendance, like you said earlier. Now, what does this say about the government's readiness to tackle insecurity?
Well, it's actually difficult to fault what the emir has said because, just as I said, the announcement was made. So it was public knowledge that this was going to happen. The announcement was made long before that ceremony took place. I know I read this last week, and of course, you know, the ceremony happened on, I think, on Sunday. So the government must have known all along, especially after that announcement was made. Now, if the government had moved immediately to say, look, that ceremony shouldn't take place, or the government had issued an order to the emir not to go ahead with the conferment, then we could fault what the emir has said. So for me, it's clear evidence that the government knew this was going to happen. But I guess the government just had to move after this went public now, and people started criticizing the government for doing what it did. But, you know, it doesn't speak well of the government, and it doesn't speak well of its effort now to end banditry. But as I said, from what we have gathered from the community, somehow understandable that the community would choose to do what it did now. This is a community that is probably desperate for peace. They just want an end to the banditry in that area. And we understand this bandit warlord now, if you like, is very well known. And according to what we gathered, he's been involved in some peace initiative in that area, and that this chieftaincy title was conferred on him just to consolidate on the peace initiative in that area. Right. That's in Safi area and part of Katsina State. But I think the way the government went about it was wrong. But we just wait and see what happens
TV360
now that the emir has been suspended. So what exactly is the government going to do after this? Will the government move to arrest?
Thank you for your contribution. Now, the Defense Headquarters says troops have eliminated 5 terrorists and recovered a cache of arms in separate operations in Benue and Katsina State. The Director, Defense Media Operations, Major General Bernard Onyeko, said this in a statement in Abuja. Onyeko says troops of Operation Wild Stroke on July 15 eliminated 3 bandits during a raid at Chito in Sankera ward of Ukum local government area of Benue State. According to him, the raid was conducted based on credible intelligence, adding that the bandits engaged the troops in a fierce battle but were overpowered by the superior firepower of the troops. The Oyo State House of Assembly has removed Rauf Olaniyan, Deputy Governor to Seyi Makinde, from office. Olaniyan's removal was quickly completed at the Assembly's plenary session on Monday after it adopted the report of a 7-man panel which was constituted by Monta Abimbola, Chief Judge of the state, to investigate allegations of misconduct against the Deputy Governor. Olaniyan has been battling his removal from office, but last week he lost the battle after the State High Court, presided over by Justice Ladiran Akintola, dismissed the suit filed by the Deputy Governor to stop the House from removing him. In his ruling, Akintola said the impeachment move initiated by the lawmakers had not violated the Constitution.
Engineer Rauf Olaniyan stand removed from the office with effect from today, Monday, 18 July 2022. Those in favor that the House do adopt the recommendation in this report, say aye. Aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. On this day, 18 July 2022, the Deputy Governor, His Excellency Engineer Rauf Olaniyan, stands removed from office with immediate effect.
The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has declared the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Senator Ademola Adeleke, the winner of the Osun governorship election. The returning officer for the election and Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Oluwatoyin Ogundipe, announced that Adeleke got a total of 403,371 votes, beating the incumbent Adegboyega Oyetola of the All Progressives Congress, who got 375,027 votes in a keenly contested race. According to the total votes recorded by the electoral umpire, the PDP won 17 of the 30 local government areas of the state, while the APC won the remaining 13. Although many believe the Osun governorship election was a 2-horse race between Governor Adegboyega Oyetola and Senator Adeleke, no fewer than 15 political parties partook in the election.
I, Oluwatoyin Ogundipe, hereby certify that I am the returning officer for the 2022 Osun State governorship election, which was held on the 16th day of July 2022. The election was contested The candidate received the following votes: Adegboyega Isiaka Oyetola, Adegboyega Isiaka Oyetola, APC 375027. Adeleke Ademola Jackson Nuruddin, PDP 403371. I declare that Adeleke Ademola Jackson Nuruddin, on behalf of the chairman of INEC of PDP, having satisfied the requirements of the law, is hereby declared a winner, and he is returned elected.
For the good people of Osun State who have decided to make a change for good, and like we have maintained during our campaign, light has come. It is a new dawn. It's a new dawn of peace, a new dawn of prosperity, a new dawn of joy for the people of this very state. And we are so excited as a political party. We are so excited that once again, Osun State has given the mantle of leadership to the People's Democratic Party, and we assure our people that we will not disappoint them by the special grace of the Almighty God.
Following the conclusion of the exercise, our correspondent Jide Olaniro, who monitored the exercise in Osun State, joins us now. Jide, as always, thank you for joining us. The keenly watched Osun State election has come and gone, with Senator Ademola Adeleke of the PDP emerging the winner. Now, how would you appraise the whole process?
Well, I would say this is an improvement over the one we've had in time past. Of course, we've seen this is the second election that the Independent National Electoral Commission will be having. Will be deploying their BVAS, which is known as the Bimodal Verification and Accreditation System. This system has worked wonders, and today a lot of people are giving kudos to INEC for deploying this particular system. They've said it's a game changer. And if things work as it has worked in Ekiti and Osun, that we've seen that a lot of people have attested to the fact that it has shown that the will of the people counts, then we should be expecting a repeat of some of those things in 2023 election. Of course, there are other areas which I feel will require improvement, especially in the area of maybe vote buying, and I hope that INEC will work towards that, working with the civil society organizations all over the country to work towards that. I believe if that can be nipped in the bud, then future elections will be able to pass integrity tests.
Right. Well, many thanks to Jide Olaniro, TV360 correspondent, for talking to us. Now, no fewer than 10,000 Christians from across the 19 northern states stormed Abuja to protest the Muslim ticket adopted by Bola Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC. The protesters, under the umbrella of the All Christians Community of Northern Nigeria, marched to the presidential villa to submit a protest letter to the Nigerian government over the Muslim agenda adopted by the APC. The leader of the group, Moses Adams, said the decision of the APC regarding its presidential candidate is not the best for a diverse country like Nigeria. The Christian group further said the adoption of Muslim ticket was a way of relegating and dishonoring Christians in the country.
The move by the APC is indeed to cause a crisis of unimaginable proportion along ethno-religious lines. And you must admit that this is not what Nigeria needs, in all fairness. This despicable display aggrieves the Christian community in Nigeria by the APC in presenting a Muslim ticket for the 2023 presidential election. We are using this medium to appeal to your good office to intervene in reversing this ignoble move by the party presidential candidate. We demand that you invite the presidential candidate of the party to quickly retrace his step immediately.
The African Center for Media and Information Literacy, in conjunction with the Yaradua Foundation, has launched the civil society-driven whistleblowing platform. The Corruption Anonymous Cora platform aims to address the challenges which interfere with the whistleblowing by citizens. Our correspondent Emeka Amako compiled this report from Abuja. On December 22, 2016, the Nigerian government introduced the whistleblowing policy, which, among other things, offers financial incentives to the citizens who provide tips that lead to recovery of looted funds. The initiative was hailed as the most effective tool of all the anti-corruption strategies in the country, and within 2 years of its introduction, well over 5,000 whistleblowing tips were received and celebrated recoveries recorded. But several years down the line, the interest by citizens has waned. To reverse this trend, the African Center for Media and Information Literacy, AfricMeal, in conjunction with the Yaradua Foundation, has launched the Corruption Anonymous platform in a bid to reawaken the consciousness of Nigerians.
The launch of this civil society-driven secure whistleblowing platform, I believe, will further provide an opportunity for citizens to report corruption and other wrongdoings, and further enhance the operation of the federal government whistleblower policy.
Leading law enforcement agencies against corruption hail the initiative, but are requesting for the participation of all citizens to make it a huge success.
There's very little that EFCC, ICPC on their own can achieve without Nigerians having a buy-in into this policy. So I'm using this opportunity on behalf of my chairman to call on all Nigerians to embrace this policy, because it is one of the most important initiatives of the current administration.
Also necessary is continuous public enlightenment to ensure sustainability and avoid false and mischievous complaints and reports. The ICPC, on his part, will continue to collaborate with relevant agencies of government, non-governmental organizations, and stakeholders in ensuring the effectiveness of policies that will aid the fight against corruption.
One of the drawbacks in the fight against corruption is the obvious lack of legislation which protects the whistleblower, and that's where the Corruption Anonymous platform comes in handy.
We are not trying to reinvent the wheel. What we want to do is to complement the existing government platform, but this time putting in more effort, putting in more, give it more push, and making citizens confident, giving them that confidence they need to be able to report on any form of wrongdoing, whether financial crimes, whether corruption, and any other wrongdoing in society.
As of today, a lot is being done to make sure that whistleblowers are not unduly exposed. But I believe that when the law is passed, things will be a lot better, because the law is targeted and focused at protecting whistleblowers.
With the whistleblower policy having raked in excess of $43 million by way of recoveries, it sure is a veritable tool, and one that demands the attention and involvement of all Nigerians in the fight against corruption. We'll take a break here, but still to come. IMF to substantially cut global economic outlook as inflation surges. Details of this story and more right after this break. Welcome back. Now here is a recap of some of our top stories tonight. The Zamfara State Government has suspended the Emir of Berlin Yandoto of Safe Local Government Area, Aliyu Marafa, after he conferred a traditional title on a wanted terrorist. Secretary to the State Government, Kabiru Sardauna, announced the suspension in a statement on Sunday. The statement also dissociated the State Government from Alero's appointment. We also told you that the Oyo State House of Assembly has removed Rauf Olaniyan, Deputy Governor, to Seyi Makinde from office. Olaniyon's removal was quickly completed at the Assembly's plenary session on Monday after it adopted the report of a 7-man panel which was constituted by Monta Abimbola, Chief Judge of the state, to investigate allegations of misconduct against the Deputy Governor. In his ruling, Akintola said the impeachment move initiated by the lawmakers had not violated the Constitution. In case you missed any of our news bulletins or for more updates, do log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on all our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Google Plus at TV360 Nigeria. On Facebook, we're at TV360 Online. In COVID updates, North Korea is on the path to finally defuse a crisis stemming from its first acknowledged outbreak of the pandemic, while Asian neighbors battle a new wave of infections driven by Omicron subvariant. The North says 99.98% of its 4.77 million fever patients since late April have fully recovered, but due to an apparent lack of testing, it has not released any figures for those who tested positive. The World Health Organization has cast doubt on North Korea's claims, saying last month it believed the situation was getting worse, not better, amid an absence of independent data. We'll take another break here and be back with more stories in business, the international scene, and sports. Do stay with us.
Opinions are free, facts are sacred, the truth is universal. How, in practical terms, can we, for instance, de-escalate the tension?
President must see himself as the President of the Federal Republic.
We know where the enemy is. 3 places. The Lake Chad Basin, the border area between Nigeria and Cameroon, and then the Sambisa Forest.
On TV360, we give you a complete dose of everything. Opinion, facts, and undiluted truth.
I hardly believe what politicians have said in this part of the world.
A new Nigeria is possible, a future is possible.
We delve into the issues, dissect it so that you can understand it, use it to take action.
I don't think there's any need for any governor to look for grant for ranching.
TV360, dissecting the issues.
Welcome back. Now let's join Bisola Adebayo for more stories in business. Over to you, Bisola.
Thank you very much, Simisola. Welcome to Business News. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, says it will significantly reduce its forecast for global economic growth in its next update. IMF's Director for Strategy, Policy and Review said this at a Sunday panel in Bali, Indonesia. The IMF's director explained that surging food and energy prices, slowing capital flows to emerging markets, the COVID-19 pandemic, along with a slowdown in China, made it much more challenging for policymakers to work out an effective economic strategy. The IMF's World Economic Outlook report is expected to be released on July 26, 2022. In its last report, the IMF downgraded its outlook for global growth in 2022 to 3.6%, but upgraded Nigeria's economic growth rate. Well, we'll take a break now and return with a review of the stock market. Nigeria's equities market opened the new week in the positive territory as bargain hunting dominated the market in the wake of investors' expectations for the second quarter earnings release. At the close of trading, the all-share index closed at 52,319 basis points after rising by 0.20%. The market capitalization also gained 57 billion naira today to close at 28 trillion naira. Moving ahead, Seplat Energy PLC led the league of advancers on the Nigerian bourse after its share price moved from 1,300 to 1,430, adding 10% during trading. Cornerstone Insurance PLC also made it to the gainers table, which is why it's the second on our list today as it recorded a 5 kobo gain at the close of trading. On the flip side, that's our losers list for today. CWJ and Academy led the losers list as they recorded a combined 30 kobo loss. Our market summary sees a total volume of 116 million units of shares valued at 3.4 billion naira, exchanging hands in 4,525 deals. According to analysts, bargain hunting is expected on the floor of the NGX this week as investors continue to look forward to the first half earnings season. But there are concerns that a strong hike in MPR at this week's MPC meeting could spell bad news for the equities market. Anyways, fingers crossed for the outcome of the MPC meeting tomorrow or the day after. Moving on to selected foreign stocks, Britain's FTSE rose on Monday, lifted by commodity stocks and an upbeat global mood. A gauge of global stocks rose on Monday and the dollar eased as investors dialed back expectations that the Federal Reserve would take a more aggressive approach in hiking interest rates next week, while the U.S. corporate earnings season picks up steam, which is why today the FTSE in the positive territory recording a 0.90%. The Dow Jones also in the positive territory recording a 0.61% at the close of trading. And Japan stocks Nikkei is not also lagging behind today as it recorded a 0.54% increase at the close of trading. That's all on Stock Market Report. Simsola, back to you for the rest of the news.
Many thanks for that update, Abisola. On the global scene, the European Commission has signed a deal with Azerbaijan to double imports to Azeri natural gas to at least 20 billion cubic meters a year by 2027. The EU is seeking alternative suppliers to Russia because of the invasion of Ukraine. Azerbaijan is already increasing deliveries of natural gas to the EU from 8.1 billion cubic meters in 2021 to an expected 12 billion cubic meters in 2022. We'll go on a short break here for Entertainment Report.
Nollywood actress Ada Ame is dead. The sad news was confirmed by the president of the Actors Guild of Nigeria, Emeka Rolas. Ada Ame, known for her role as Emu in Africa Magic's family drama The Johnsons, reportedly collapsed and eventually died in Warri, Delta State at about 11 p.m. on Sunday. A few weeks ago, the actress had opened up about dealing with mental health challenges while explaining that she could not meet up with various acting jobs. Ada Ame lost her only child in 2020 in an unsuccessful surgery in Abuja. While Nigerians were still trying to come to terms with the death of Ada Ame, Nollywood lost another veteran actress, Shola Onoyiga, on Monday. The late actress is well known for her portrayal of Ireti Kitchen Practical in the TV series Fuji House of Commotion, in which she treated her family with her domineering culinary prowess. May their souls rest in peace. Controversial Nigerian artist Habib Okikiola, popularly known as Portable, has revealed in a since-deleted video posted on his Instagram page that he founded two notorious gangs, 1 Million Boys and Aja Boys. The notorious gangs are known for their violent activities across Lagos State, and the police at different times have arrested a number of their members, while some were declared wanted. Portable made the disclosure while boasting that he was not scared of anyone. In late June, the singer had reported himself at the Ogun State Police Command headquarters in Eleweran, Abeokuta. Portable has been in the news lately after he revealed that he was paid by the All Progressives Congress to campaign for its candidate, Boyega Oyetola. And that's all we have on the entertainment segment of News Now.
Welcome back. In sports, Chairman Lagos State Para-Athletics Rafiu Olawale has emerged as the President Para-Athletics Federation of Nigeria in a keenly contested election for 6 para-sports in the country. Olawale made it to the board and emerged victorious as Federation President with unopposed votes. The newly elected President, who was emphatic on his vision and mission for para-sports, promised to take the sport to a greater height in the country.
Now that I was able to become the president, it was a very tough game. It is not. I have been having a sleepless night over 2 months now, trying to put, because I am the only person among them from the Southwest and the nominee from Nawis. So the outgoing president was supposed to go into election with me. But what I now did, that I have to camp all the delegates, which they believe that I can promote the athletes and I can fight for their interests. So that is the reason why we have to come. And the person that's supposed to contest with me, at the end of the day today, he now stepped down.
Well, that is the size of our bulletin. Many thanks for watching. I'm Simisola Adikun.